What's up, guys? Welcome back to Disrespect Disc Golf. I'm back in Ed Austin right now. This is going to be level 2 of the color bag challenge.
Level 2.
If you haven't already, check out the last video of level 1, throwing only a yellow bag. Today it's going to be blue for level 2. So I've got my whole entire bag as just blue discs. So let me run through these real quick. Pretty much every speed and every stability is filled. So for approaches, I've got the pillar. I've also got the harpoon. For putters, I only have 3: inner core, softy butter, Warden. Moving on to the mids, got the ultra, mango, trust, berry, got the gyro. This is super flippy. This is the pearl. So that's the mids. Moving on to some fairways, Firebird, got a nice TL3, got the river, the Goliathus, Enoch, the Seer from Westside. Control drivers, got the Getaway, the Insanity, Vandal. Distance drivers, Destroyer, the Grace, Trespass, Wild Honey, Strike. So that's the lineup. The goal today is also just to shoot under par from the white pads here. I'm going to be doing commentating behind this. So yeah, let's go off the hole one. All right, guys, I'm in the booth again commentating. Yeah, so at Ed Austin again. Love playing this course, played a lot. So if you've seen some of my videos, you know the course. Basket is way up there on the left side. You can see it on the left side of the screen there. Also, I just realized I totally forgot to change out my hat. I had like a blue hat in the car and did the intro with this one on accident. So just gonna roll with this one. Good old Brazilian acai. All right, I'm putting with the butter. It's gonna be my main putting putter all day long. Decided to just lay up, take an easy par, stress free. Hole 2 here, it's about 300 feet. Downhill a little bit, going with the berry, kind of hit it hard and low and just let it scoot. It's probably like 40 feet from here, and I'm just going with like a soft hyzer putt most of the day. Sail's a little deep, and unfortunately too deep to make the comebacker, and it really sucks to take a bogey there, especially this early on in the round. Pretty disappointed with that result, but gotta shake it off. Off to hole 3 now. I'm actually forehanding the berry here. Don't normally do this, and I kind of turn it over, but then it gets a really lucky kick right back to the fairway. Probably 50 to 60 feet out now, maybe farther. A little bit short there, and taking a par here. So now I'm one over through 3 holes. Hole 4, straight ahead. I'm forehanding the Grace here, which was a mistake because I totally early release it, put on hyzer. I do make the Mando, which is good, and it actually wasn't too bad. Got up there a decent bit, so now I'm trying to go through this hyzer gap. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I thought it was in, just a tad short. Not mad with the par there at all. Off to hole 8 actually, so there are a lot of other people on the card at this point, so I skipped hole 5, 6, and 7 and went from 4 to 8. So I'm throwing my TL3 here, smashed it up the right side, it turned a little bit, came back, was directly pin high, and yeah, birdie putt, cash that back to even par now. And off to hole 9, this is a water carry. Going with the trespass here. About 320 or 330, something like that. Trespass turns a little bit, and it lands to the right of the second tree from the basket. Leaves me with like 40 or 45 feet, not the worst result. And again, I'm just doing that hyzer putt, and it's pretty windy. Gets taken by the wind a little bit out there. And another comebacker that I missed, unfortunately. So I follow up a birdie with a bogey. Really sucks to do that. Pretty disappointed with that result on this hole. But, you know, just got to shake it off and move on. Hole 10, we're going back across the water now. Throwing the Getaway, just something stable, just to make sure it stays dry. hanging out over the water. This hole is also probably like 315 or 320. And circle's edge putt for the birdie, trying to make this one. A little bit left. Again, not the worst. Gonna take a par here and watch how this catches. Almost goes out the backside, but the chains just grabbed it. That was a pretty cool catch. Hole 11's uphill. I'm trying to hit that gap between those two big trees there in the middle, and I kind of early release it, and it goes to the left of that big tree. And I'm probably like 2/3 up the hill now, and just gonna pitch up with my butter and just try to get under the basket, which is pretty much what I did. So tap in par, not too bad at all. Off to hole 12 now. So this is the Pearl from Latitude 64. It's like 154 grams or something like that. Basket's up to the right, so I'm just trying to put this on hyzer, and it turns late. I think it cut rolls a little bit, and it might have hit one of these trees. So now I've got this kind of like putt through the trees here. Such a good bid, just off the rim. I thought I had that one also. Putting was not too bad today. Make that comebacker, which was crucial. That moves us to hole 13. Going with my Airborne Destroyer here, just trying to hang it out wide. I put this a little high. Usually I try to go lower and get a skip. You can kind of see the flag on the left side of the screen there. But not too bad. Actually goes past the basket a little bit, leaving me with maybe 35 feet left. And I was honestly trying to impress that guy walking over there and chained out. So, you know, I was trying to impress the walking gallery. Didn't pan out that time. I've actually got some people watching me on this hole, hole 14. This one's a par 4. Only hole 14 here and hole 18 are par 4s. The rest are par 3s on this course. Unfortunately, the camera died after this, so I missed the next 2 shots, but I promise you guys that I birdied. I wish I caught those. The upshot was actually past the basket, and then I made a putt to come back, probably like a 30-foot hyzer putt. One of the better putts of the day, so it really sucked that I missed that one. Hole 15, threw my Firebird, got lucky and hit this tree here, and I'm parked for a birdie. So I was 1 over par, then I went birdie, so now I'm under par at my goal currently. Hole 16 now, throwing the Wild Honey. This one's a little bit downhill. I would say 95% of the time I par this hole. The birdie is super hard. The honey kind of burns over and cut rolls, so just trying to get up and down for par here. Par is kind of like usually what I get on this hole. And it's so windy, and the wind just absolutely takes the harpoon, and now I'm thinking, gosh, this is another bogey after a birdie. And I just kind of like floated out there in the wind and it cashes it. That was the best putt of the day by far. I was like just so relieved that I made that putt. It was sweet. Throwing the Insanity here on hole 17, and it turned a little bit too much for me. You can see the basket up there, but thankfully I'm short of the woods, so I just kind of do a little pitch up next to the basket, take a par, and move on. I got 4 holes left. I got 18. I have to go back and play 5, 6, and 7 to finish out my day. This one, there's a short basket, which the disc is heading to right now. I'm going to the longer basket on the right side with the yellow flag. Threw the trespass here and got a hold of it. Went probably 375. This was a tricky shot because of that tree obstructing me there. I throw the Destroyer, but the wind kind of was going left to right, so it held the disc up. Now I'm probably 45, maybe 50 feet out, trying to give it a soft bid again. I was kind of upset that I didn't get closer, so I just chucked my Firebird. And of course, player 2 to the rescue with the freaking Firebird, and I make that. That was a bit of a tester for the comebacker, but I make that. That was a big putt.
All right, so I skipped 5, 6, and 7 earlier because there were like so many people backed up on each one of those holes. So I'm going back to play those right now. I think I'm like 1 under par, I just finished hole 18, but like I said, I've got these 3 holes left. So right now I'm 1 under. Headed back to hole 5 and play the last 3. See if I can get me some 3 pars and beat the blue challenge.
All right, back to hole 5 now, throwing the river. I'm just trying to hyzer flip this up the gap, and it doesn't turn quite enough, but actually hits that tree right there. Gives me a perfect kick, right back in bounds. I did not want to take a bogey on this, so I am just doing my best to get this one close, laying up, throwing the butter, and leaves me pretty much a tap in. So thankful to just take a par here and move on. 2 holes left, 1 under par. Let's not mess this up. Hole 6 now. The basket is actually up and then to the right, a very tricky placement. Throwing the warden, and I barely squeak under that leaning tree. Gets all the way up there. This is like pretty much best case scenario to have a birdie putt this close. So I'm just thinking to run this. And that tree on the left side did not even, I don't even know what happened. I didn't even like see it. And now I missed that. So now this is really frustrating knowing that I have to take a birdie on the last hole. I cannot believe that, especially having such a good drive and then 3 putting from there to end my round. That was just super frustrating. I forgot that hole 7 is also par 4. I mentioned earlier that hole 14 and 18 were par 4s. This one is a long basket, which is a par 4. Now I've got to get up and down for the birdie here. And I really didn't have any gap,
I gotta throw that in.
Yep, I gotta throw that in now. So this is for all the marbles to move past the blue level. I gotta make this. And nope, lost it in the last hole.
Level 2 failed.
Well, that kind of sucks. Yes, the order of my play got kind of twisted, but yeah, that really sucks because it's hard to end with the woods. And normally, like, you know, this is 5, 6, and 7 that I'm finishing with. So normally this is like the middle of the course, and then you can get a lot more birdies on the back 9. So had I done this part first, I could have been more aggressive on the back 9, knowing that I needed more birdies, or at least 1 birdie. I cannot believe I bogeyed hole 6. I thought that was an easy upshot to the basket. I was trying to make it for birdie, and that tree to my left that it hit didn't even come into my mind at all. I didn't even think that was possible to even hit that. So, and I did. So that cost me level 2. So stick around. Still on the blue bag. The yellow bag took me 2 times, so hopefully the blue bag doesn't take me more than that. So I will be back at a different course probably to do round 2 of level 2. So see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Peace.